Hi everybody, my name is Rick and I represent Group G. Today we're going to go ahead and create a navigation form in Microsoft Access 2013 for the navigation of our database. So the first thing is this database actually represents a nursing unit's scheduling system. So we have a list of employees, we have our list of scheduled shifts and different shifts, and also, more importantly, the request for time off. So the first step in creating a navigation form is to go ahead and go up to Create. And you have a couple different choices here on Forms. I personally go to the navigation form, and I like the horizontal tabs. You can either have the tabs going across the top, vertical on the left, vertical on the right, a couple of different levels, a couple of different ways. But the horizontal tab seems to work best for what we're doing today. So let's click on this. And what you have is you have the tabs go here. This is more of a title line or title page or title of it. And then this is the actual name of the form. So the first step is let's populate the tabs. And the first tab is we're going to take the schedule request form, which is something we've already made up. And this is the way that the employees can request time off. They put the day in, what the shift ID is, they put their employee user ID and the reason for their request. And the manager ID goes here. So the next thing is if you're looking to get a day off, you want to see if there have been a lot of dates or a lot of requests that have been granted for that day. So what this is I just brought up the schedule request approval report that I got from down here. And you just pick it up, drag it, and drop it just like the other one. And now this is Sarah Thompson, is the assistant nurse manager. She's the one who generally will grant the requests. And so if we're trying to get the 4th of July off, we take a look over here and see that a couple of them have already been approved. Doesn't bode well. So then the next step is to see who's working on the 4th of July. We drag it over here and put it here, and this gives you a representation of the schedule for July, who's working in July, and they don't have anybody listed as working in July. It might be me. So I need to call and make sure I can get somebody to work for me in case it is me. So what I just dragged over is a list of all the employees who work on the unit. The employee's name, their skill codes, how long they've been working there, and the telephone number in order to get in touch with them. So that's what's going to constitute our form. Schedule request, the request approval form, all the people who've had their requests already approved, who's working in July, and then a list of all the employees. Let's go ahead and change the name of this, and we're going to call this request home. And from here we could go ahead and, if we wanted to, we could make some changes like centering it or things like that, but block left seems to work best for this. Kind of fits in with everything else being block left. So once we go ahead and do that, then we're going to go ahead and save this, and that's how we change this name. So we go over and hit save. It wants to know what the name is, and we're going to call this schedule request home form and hit OK. And here it is right over here now. And in order to get rid of this, we want to change the view that we're in, because currently we're looking at this in the layout view, and we want to leave it in the form view. This is the final view that it's going to look. This is what it's actually going to look like. So it actually looks pretty good. Now these have to be pre-made before you can go ahead and put them on. So that's how you go ahead and do it. One of the more interesting things is if you want to have this set up so that this is the default page that comes up when you go into this program or go into this database, we go over to File, go to Options, then come over to Database, or sorry, Current Database, and then here where it says Display Form, we can go ahead and pull this up and pull up our Schedule Request Home form, and that'll be the default to come up. Another interesting thing is that many places are going to a SharePoint system, a web-based system. So if you have a web display, you can have a different web display form or the same one to be the default to come up when people go ahead and go onto this file, this database. And that's it. Well, thank you very much, and take care.